Hello everyone, long time no see. I haven't vlogged in ages and I feel terrible about it, but I had a flu and I literally couldn't get out of bed for like 4 or 5 days. I'm much better now, although I do still have a cough, which is a little bit annoying. And then the week after that I just had so much work to do because I was catching up off the days where I couldn't do anything, so there was no point in me vlogging. So I'm back with a bit of a weird vlog. I'm not really sure if I should be vlogging this day, but I'm all about keeping it real and vlogging honestly, and I thought that this video might be helpful for some of you. So basically, I'm going to vlog today and tomorrow and put it into one vlog together. If you have been watching my vlogs for a while, then you will know that I have been waiting for a date for a colonoscopy because I've been having some problems with my kind of digestive system. This was back in November. I had a really bad month with food. My body was very, very bloated, and my body wasn't digesting food in the right way. So I went to the doctor then and I had some tests done, and they said that I might have IBD, which is irritable bowel disease, which is quite different from IBS. It's a lot more serious, and so they want to stick a camera up my bum basically and test me, like just to see that everything's okay inside. So the last time I spoke about this was after I had my appointment where they gave me the bowel prep, and that was about 3 months ago. I think it's taken that long for me to get an appointment because it's obviously on the NHS and there's a long waiting time for to be seen about stuff like this. So I had a call last week saying that an appointment has become available, and so my colonoscopy is tomorrow, which means today is bowel prep day, which means I'm going to spend most of the day on the toilet basically. So I wanted to vlog the whole experience for you, the bowel prep, talking about what it tastes like, what it feels like, just updating you on my experience with it, and then obviously I'll vlog what I can tomorrow before the colonoscopy and after, and let you know my experience with it. I was watching some videos on YouTube last night about other people and their experience, and there were only a couple that were very helpful. The rest of them just freaked me out a little bit. So I wanted to do an honest kind of documentary, I wanted to honestly document the experience that I have. So I originally thought that I was going to be on the toilet all day, but I've had another look at the prep documents and I don't actually start taking the laxatives until 7 o'clock tonight. My appointment is tomorrow at 12:30, which technically counts as an afternoon appointment. Sorry if this video is very rambly. I kind of started limiting the food I was eating yesterday. You're not allowed any fibre or any fruit or vegetables or any healthy stuff the day of, but I decided to start kind of preparing my body for it yesterday so that hopefully the effects aren't as terrible today, I'm hoping. So yeah, this is the afternoon appointment. So the day before your examination, which is today, do not eat anything after 1 PM, after lunch. And these are the things I can eat. So white bread, cheese, eggs, tea, coffee, but no milk, which I am really struggling with. Cannot cope without my tea in the morning, and I haven't had that, and I'm not going to be able to have it tomorrow either. So that's difficult. I have to avoid like any fruit, salad, vegetables, like wholemeal stuff, anything basically, anything good. So I have to have a light lunch. I've set my alarm for 12 o'clock to make myself some poached eggs on toast for lunch, and then I cannot eat anything until after my examination tomorrow. So I'm fully prepared to be absolutely hangry and ravenous for the next 2 days until after the camera has been up my bottom. And then at 7 PM I have to make up the sachets of bowel prep stuff and drink it over 1 to 2 hours, wait for it to work, flush out my system, and then go to bed. And then I have to wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, make up the next batch, drink that, make it flush out my system, and then I'm ready to go to my appointment. I'm a little bit nervous about this, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'd rather just purge it all today, get it out of my system so that there's not a risk of me wanting to go to the toilet on my way to the hospital, because that's my worst nightmare. But I've decided I'm going to leave myself lots of time. I'll probably wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to start drinking this liquid. Apparently this drink is absolutely disgusting. It's basically 2 sachets that you have to mix together and drink it, and apparently it tastes disgusting, makes you want to be sick, which is another phobia of mine. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be, like, I don't know how much I'm going to vlog, but I'm going to try and keep it honest and real, but not too graphic. I probably should have a graphic warning in here just in case I do start talking about stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go make my lunch now, my last meal for like over 24 hours. I'm really not looking forward to this. It says I'm expected to go to the toilet between 12 to 15 times during this preparation, which means I'm going to be on the toilet a lot tonight. This is it. Last supper. It looks horrid. Oh, I feel really sorry for myself. It's 2:30, which means it's 2 hours since I last ate, and I'm already hungry. This is going to be terrible. I'm just getting on with some work. I filmed a video, filmed some cutaways for another video too. I've got loads to do today and I'm stressing out slightly because I do want to take it easy. But I'm going to go to the corner shop now and get some ginger beer, because I'm allowed to drink liquids, and apparently that helps with nausea. And when I get really hungry, I feel like my body just feels sick sometimes. Is that just me, or do other people get that as well? Like, so hungry that I could be sick. And being sick is one of my biggest phobias ever. So I'm going to go get some ginger beer. I've dug out some like green tea as well that I can make for when I get hungry later. But yeah, I'm going to get some Lucozade as well, because I want to keep my kind of sugar levels up. Have I guys shown you this room yet? It's ready for someone to move in now, apart from my clean washing. Still need to take some bits out, but ready for someone to move in. Just need to find a housemate now. I should probably hide all these as well, because looking at these makes me just want to eat them. It has just turned 6 o'clock and I am finished with work for the day, finally. I just made myself a mint tea and a squash. I've got like a Moroccan mint tea, which is really nice, and I also made some lemon squash. So you can have whatever you want to drink between now and your appointment, but you can't have anything red, purple or blue. You basically can't have any blackcurrant or blackcurrant flavoured things, because that stains your bowels and they don't want to confuse anything with blood. So I like stocked up. In fact, let me show you. So I've got all the squash. I bought this especially because apparently the laxative mixture is quite, I think it's quite bitter, so, or is it quite sweet? I can't remember. So if you counteract it with something like lemony, then that might be like, might take the edge away. And I have these already. And then in my fridge, it's basically full of drink. I've got loads and loads of water. I've got some cloudy lemonade, some bitter lemon, loads of sports drinks, because apparently you have to keep your sugar levels up. So I've got like Lucozade, Mountain Dew, loads of Pepsi, more Lucozade, apple juice as well. You're not allowed orange juice because it's got bits in, but you can have apple juice there. Oh, and then I popped to the shop earlier and got some ginger beer. Right, I'm going to start making it up now. It's about time. So this is what it looks like. And I've got 2 of these. One for now and one for in the morning. So I'm going to put that over there. Pour sachet A and 1 sachet B into a jug. Make up to 1 litre with water, not chilled water. Stir until dissolved. Drink 1 glassful every 15 to 30 minutes until you have drunk it all. 1 to 2 hours. Take your time. Right. I'm really nervous. I'm not even going to smell it first. I don't want to. Apparently it tastes like orange. So I might add some extra squash into it to disguise the taste even more if it is really disgusting. Oh, that doesn't smell good. Already I can smell it. That is an awful lot of powder. Look at that. Right, let's add B. Long spoon. Oh, I could taste it already. This is 2 litres, so half of this. Apparently this takes like 5 minutes to stir. I'm going to also decant it into some things like this so I can put it in the fridge to chill, because apparently that makes it a little bit easier to drink. Right, so I'm going to pour 250 into this cup to drink first of all. So that's my first glass. I'll pour the rest into here. It all fits in one, that's good. Take that straw off and put this in the fridge. I have a Lucozade on hand to counterbalance the taste if I need to. Let's give this a go. It tastes like gone off squash, but things you've got to do to make sure your body's healthy. So I'm going to continue drinking this until it's all gone. If I don't vlog now until tomorrow, you will know it's because I cannot get off the toilet. But I'm going to try and update you. Try not to talk about my bowel movements too much. So I've set up base on my sofa, put a jumper on, got a pillow, got my dressing gown, watching film. I'm watching Me Before You on Netflix. I wanted to watch this for ages, so thought it was about time. I've nearly finished my second drink of the liquid. I've mixed it with some squash. I'm having lemon squash in between sips, and that makes it much more bearable, as well as this. It's been about 45 minutes since I first started drinking it. Nearly 2 glasses down, nothing's happened yet, nothing to report. My belly started making weird noises though, so I think something's brewing. So gross. Sorry. Okay, so the time is 20 to 11 and it started working pretty quickly, like within the hour. I think I had 2 glasses of it and then my tummy started rumbling, and then within the next like 15 minutes it was carnage. It's really not as bad as I thought it would be. I don't know why I was worrying so much. This is going to be graphic, I've been to the toilet like maybe 11 times and it's the weirdest feeling. It is literally like weeing out your bum hole. But I feel like it's stopped now. Like I feel like the past maybe hour nothing's really happened. I feel really bloated, like I don't feel like everything's out my system yet, which is worrying, but I still have the other half to go tomorrow morning, so I need to set my alarm. I'm going to set it for 5:30, maybe get out of bed at 6 and then just start downing it then. I'm really worried about needing the toilet on the way to the hospital because I'm going to have to get public transport there in the morning. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I downed the first litre quite quickly actually, like in and out, like just over an hour, and I'd finished it and it didn't taste as bad as I thought it would be. Having a sip of that and then a sip of the lemon squash, which is this one here, just lemon squash from Waitrose, just completely took the taste away. I'll keep you updated and take you along to my appointment with me. Is that? I'm up. It is 5:55 in the morning and I'm so tired, but I've got my drink. My belly's making the weirdest noises this morning. I think for the first time like sitting up. I also weighed myself and I've only lost 1 pound, so I'm guessing there's still a lot to come out. I think it's a lot of liquid, to be honest. I'm not looking forward to the next few hours. I just want to go back to bed. I'm at the hospital. I've got my mummy here. She's going to take me home. I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I've been shitting all morning.
Should you be saying that?
I can't wait for this to be over now. I'm hungry. So.
Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
Not hungry yet.
You're hungry.
Just had it done. Had some sedation, which was great. And I had gas in the air as well because I could feel stuff. But I'm having my first meal in 27 hours. Got some toast. Okay, so I am back home. It is 20 to 11 in the evening. At night. I didn't vlog for the rest of the day just because I was pretty out of it, but I thought now I'm home I'd tell you a little bit about what happened and what I've been doing since. I wore my hangry jumper especially because I knew I was going to be super hangry today. So yeah, I got to the hospital, was taken straight through to a room with lots of beds in, and they had those curtains around them that you could pull around, and there were about 5 other women in there who I'm guessing were all having the same thing. I think some of them were also having, is it called endoscopy, where they do it down your throat at the same time? I would have freaked out if I had that as well. And I had a nurse come round and showed me to my bed, showed me the kind of gown I had to put on, went through like some questions with me, like allergies and health problems and stuff like that. I always have to tell them that I get hay fever, allergic to pollen, and I've got titanium in my spine because of my spine surgery I had when I was younger. And then I also asked about sedation, and they said that they normally just give gas and air, and I was like, I'm way too nervous just for that, so I'd prefer some sedation. So they said that's fine, but I might have to stay in the hospital a little bit longer after my procedure. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So anyway, it took a long time to get seen. I think I was waiting about 2 hours. My appointment was at 12:30, and I don't think I ended up going in for my procedure until 2:30. So it was a bit of a long wait, and it was fine, but I couldn't drink any liquids because I was having sedation, so I was super thirsty, super hungry. And also all the nurses were like, I was like, how are you? And they were like, oh yeah, I'm hungry. And I was like, you're hungry? I haven't eaten in like 26 hours. She didn't say that obviously, but I was just a bit like, But yeah, then I got wheeled off in my bed to the little room where they were going to do it. The nurses there were all amazing, the nurses and the doctors. I went to King George in Ilford, King George's Hospital, and the male nurses were hilarious. They made me feel really like relaxed, and the female nurses were lovely as well. In fact, there was one female nurse who saw that I had Roaccutane on my medication list from when I last went to get like a checkup, and she asked if I was still on it, and when I finished, and she said that she's just finished it too. So kind of talking to her whilst I was getting ready to have something stuck up my bum made me a lot more relaxed. Sorry, keep coughing. I have to cough after every sentence. It's so annoying. So then one of the nurses put a thing in my hand for the sedation, put that thing around my wrist, and I had to pump to try and get a vein. That was fine. It hurt a bit, but I really don't mind needles. Like, needles are the one thing that I really don't care about. So that was in, and then they gave me these shorts to put on underneath my dressing gown thing, which were like navy blue shorts but had a gap in the back, like a flap that you could open. I think they were called like modesty shorts, the doctor called them. I guess you save the rest of your private parts and they can just get easy access to your bumhole, basically. So then they got me into position. They put one of those clippy things on my finger. I've got gel nails on and they couldn't remove my nail varnish, but that was fine. Didn't seem to be a bit of a problem. Got me onto position on my side. I was laying on my side with kind of my knees up and my bum like out a little bit. Then they put the medicine, like the sedation, in the vein thing. And there was also a big screen so you could see everything that the camera was seeing, so you could see inside. So I was a little bit nervous at first, but it happened really quickly. It was over really quickly. For the first half of it I was just laying there, and I think the sedation kind of hit quite quickly because I was a bit woozy and a bit like yeah, just a bit woozy. But then they turned me on to my front, so I was lying like face down, and I started getting quite a bit of pain there. I think they didn't give me very much sedation. I think they gave me like the bare minimum, and it was getting quite uncomfortable. So at that point they gave me some gas and air as well, and I'd never used that before, so I was like, am I doing it right? I was like, but I was awake, like I was awake the whole time, but just very relaxed and very like calm, which was great, exactly what I wanted. And so then they turned me, I think, onto the other side, and the whole time the guy had the camera up there and was looking around, and I think they were pumping air in as well to get a better view. And so it got to a point where I just started watching the screen, so watching the camera inside me and seeing everything. And I think I was a bit out of it because I was saying really stupid stuff. Like, I remember there was a bit on the screen and I was like, oh, that looks like sea urchins, and the doctor was laughing. And I was like, how long is my colon? Doesn't it, like, it goes around the world twice, doesn't it? And they were like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Something goes around the world twice. I'm not sure what it is. but I thought it was your colon. It's definitely not. I remember asking him like halfway through. I was like, have you ever had one of these? Like, have you ever had a colonoscopy? And he was like, no. And I was like, would you do it yourself? And he was laughing his head off. So like, I had a bit of a laugh whilst it was all happening. Like, this was during the actual procedure. So it really wasn't that painful. It wasn't bad at all. And then they flipped me onto my front. Like, I remember getting onto my front. Oh, and then that was when I realised that they were taking biopsies. I remember him looking at one thing for quite a long time, and then he was like, yeah, we'll just take a biopsy of that. I don't think he was talking to me, just to one of the nurses. And then I saw like a hole punch or something happen on the screen, and I felt that. I think I felt that because I was seeing it happen. And then he just took the thing out, and that was done. Like, it was over quite quickly. I'm not entirely sure how long it took, maybe like 10-15 minutes, but it felt like 5 minutes. I remember at one point I got all my wires in a tangle. But yeah, then they wheeled me straight back into the ward with the other women, and took my blood pressure and my pulse, and I think they took my temperature again as well. My mum was in there waiting for me, and then they asked me if I wanted a tea, and I was like, this is the best day of my life. Like, oh, I'd missed a cup of tea so much. A tea with soy milk, I'd missed so much. Obviously I didn't have soy milk in the hospital, I just had normal milk, but it was insanely good. They also offered me a sandwich or toast, so I had some toast. I think they gave me 4 slices, but I had 2. I was in a lot of pain. I should say that I was in a lot of pain after I was wheeled back into the room. I think I was so full of air. I'm gonna be honest, that was the worst out of everything. Out of the bowel prep and the actual procedure, the after bit was worse, because I was so uncomfortable. I felt so gassy, but I felt like I couldn't, gonna be graphic, I felt like I couldn't fart for fear of shitting myself. Even though I think everything was out of my system at that point, I was still scared. And also I didn't want to fart in and make like noises in a ward with like other people around me. So I felt like I was having contractions, like every now and then I'd be like, oh, like the wind, I could just feel the wind moving around. Yeah, also I noticed that I went to the toilet after that, and my blood, there was blood on my tissue, so I think that was from the biopsies. So basically they gave me 6 biopsies in total. I have it on a piece of paper. 6 biopsies. I did not know that. Like, I'm so glad I had sedation and not just gas and air, because I would have been freaking out. So I've got the piece of paper here. I don't know if you can see, but they took 2 biopsies from each section of my colon, and then like one there, one there, one there. And then they also, these are the things that they gave me, like the sedation-y things. So yeah, and then my mum drove me home. I think I was in there for about, I want to say an hour, but I don't think it was that long. I had to wait a while for the woman to take the thing out of my hand. This is still quite painful now, actually. I can't, like, it feels a bit bruised, but that was fine. After my tea and my toast, I got changed and we could leave straight away, really, which was very quick, especially because the woman was like, you'll have to stay longer if you have sedation. Then I went home, we got a sandwich on the way home. I had a cheese and ham toasty. I think I had like 1/2 of it. It was quite a big sandwich, and I had some crisps. That was fine. Then I got really gassy. Once I got home, I was like, I'm just gonna let it all out, and that felt so much better afterwards. Yeah, so then I think my mum knew I was a little bit out of it still, because apparently I was saying stupid things in the car home. And just being generally a bit bizarre and a bit weird, but funny. Got home, had a cup of tea, had my sandwich, had a nap. I slept for an hour on the sofa, and then had some dinner. We decided to get a takeaway just because went to the local fish and chip shop, my dad did, and he got me chips, curry sauce, my fave, and like a chicken kebab, because I feel like that's the healthiest. Like, not a doner kebab, but a chicken, like just grilled chicken with some pita bread and some salad. So I had that for dinner, and yeah, I'm feeling fine now. I feel great. Like, I feel like nothing's really happened apart from my bruised hand and my sore bum hole, I guess. I feel great. So I have to make a doctor's appointment for 2 weeks' time with my GP to find out the results, and hopefully everything will be fine. The doctor did say that he doesn't think I've got IBD. Because I haven't had many symptoms since I last went to the doctors, but it's good to check anyway. So yeah, I really hope this vlog isn't too long, but has been helpful for some of you who are going through the same thing, or those of you who might be worried about an appointment like this that you've got coming up. I hope I've told everything, what's the word? Clearly. Oh my god, I'm still all like dozy. I'm so tired. I've been up for like 20 hours. I'm exhausted. What am I saying? Yes. I hope... Am I even in focus? Has this all been in focus? Probably not. Sorry if it hasn't. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed now because I'm exhausted. But any comments or any questions, then just leave me them down below and I'll try and get back to them as soon as possible. Have a lovely day, and I will get back daily vlogging soon. Bye now. Mwah.